Hi everyone, my name is Ren from Quicksave Interactive. In this tutorial, we will be covering the hover trigger in the UI editor. The hover trigger allows us to change our element's state if a player were to hover over that element using their mouse. Let's dive into the UI editor and learn more. In our UI editor, I've created a simple start button. This start button has two state modifiers. The first is our start default state modifier, which has the normal scaling of our button. Then we have our start large state modifier, which, once activated, will enlarge the button slightly. When we hover over this element, we will activate the start large state modifier, and when we leave the button, we will activate the start default state modifier. Let's go ahead and add our hover triggers to this start button. At the bottom of our node properties panel, there is the triggers section. We will click this pencil icon, which will bring up our available triggers. We will use hover enter and hover leave. For hover enter, we will use our start large state modifier. And for hover leave, we will use start default state modifier. Now we will activate the play mode by clicking the F6 key on our keyboard. And when we hover over our button in the view, you can see our button has activated the start large state modifier upon hovering over it. When we leave, it returns back to the start default state. Aside from scaling, the hover trigger can be used with state modifiers that change the color or position of your elements. It is a powerful way of showing which elements are interactable when your players hover over your UI. We do hope you enjoyed this tutorial on the hover trigger in the UI editor, and highly encourage you to experiment with the hover trigger when it comes to creating interactable UI elements in your game. We also highly recommend that you subscribe to the Quicksave YouTube channel and stay up to date with our documentation website, where you can find more tutorials just like this. Thank you for watching. See you again next time.